Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.
What's that sound?
What sound?
Were you listening to something on your phone, Brendan?
You're hearing a dog?
Oh no, maybe I'm hearing the dog. I thought he was listening. I thought he was like, yeah, let's start there, and then he just went straight onto the phone.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Onto TikTok or Instagram, doing all his marketing businesses. So, fair play to you. Any crack with everyone. We're going to open a lovely beer. This is some brew dog, and this is called the Dead Pony Club. I won't tell you what it's made of. You know what I mean? No, let's fucking crack this.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds lovely in my mic.
I took a
brilliant.
notion. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brad.
Happy New Mic Day.
Thanks very much, man. It's like Christmas all over again in the middle of April, in the middle of a heat wave.
It looks beautiful. I can barely see your face behind it.
Yeah, I know.
This is what Nicola feels like.
Sorry, I meant to say that to you as well. Why did you make us change? I know this is nothing to do. What did you say there, you prick?
Just something big in front of your face. This isn't what Nicola feels like.
Oh, yep, man. We both the same width. Why did you make us change from this pop shield to the other pop shield?
Because it's a big, thicker pop shield and it doesn't get as wet.
Now, I've heard rumours, Ray, in the audio, and everyone's going to love hearing this. I've heard rumours in the audio business that you do have to add gain when you put these ones on because they're big, thick bastard yoke.
That's it, yeah.
You know, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. I've seen the best and the worst of them using these.
Right.
Whenever we went to chasing Kendy, they had none of these pop shields on these lovely fancy mics.
Different thing for rap.
Yeah. Oh, when you're rapping,
you're rapping, there's less.
When you're rapping, you don't rap it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So there's little audio musics for anyone out there who's wondering they're an SM7B or B7, whatever the hell they're called. Now, I got one of the pop shields with it as well. You bought me one, but one came with my.
Get
mic.
away!
Yeah. So we have an extra one there, and when you spit the hell out of that one there and kill it,
we'll get another one second hand for a guest. Speaking of guests.
Oh, speaking of guests and speaking of crack, okay, we do have a special guest. We think now lined up. Yeah, we won't say that just in case.
Darek.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's the fucking end of that anyway. Because episode 200 is next week.
This is 199 for anyone that was wondering.
Do you know what I was thinking, or what I was looking back at? Because I do like looking back at all of our stuff in order to hate myself. Sometimes when I get a bit confident in myself, I look back at our old stuff and go, oh no, you are a heap of shite, Kendy, don't be worried. Now, I look back at episode 99.
Oh.
Which was during lockdown. We've done 100 episodes since COVID. Mm-hmm. More. Like, isn't that nuts? Mm-hmm. Since COVID started, we've done about 120 episodes. Like, what the fuck?
Remember doing them in the smoking areas of Anderson's Event Centre?
We did episode 100 in the smoking area of Anderson's, which started off a beautiful relationship because that's how it started. We were out the back of Anderson's ripping it up when there was nothing going on, and Brian O'Sullivan was pulling up cigarette butts and putting them into a pan, and he said, "Oh my God, you guys are geniuses. I'd love to give ye some money." And we were like, well, Jesus, we'd be open to it.
Yeah.
So that's the origins of the sponsorship.
Yeah, the two fancy mics.
Yeah, the two fancy mics that came from us. Now, episode 100 we did in that smoking area, but in episode 99, do you remember when fucking Paddy and James did
99 episodes?
99 episodes. And I listened back to that. It was unreal.
What do you think? Will they do one for 200? No, they should have done one for today.
199 episodes go by, yeah. But like, they'd have to find a song with 200 in it and then meet up and then record it and then send it to us so we have content without doing anything. That would just be brilliant for someone to do that.
Also, do you not think we should be sticking with tradition and getting Sean Riley on the centenary episodes? Yeah,
that he should be back to... well, like, if anyone's wondering, look, Sean might not be on episode 200, but if you're wondering what happened between episode 100 and episode 200 with Sean... He's still Sean. Like,
he said that today.
Nothing's changed.
He said, what would I talk about? I told everybody everything in that first episode.
Yeah. So we are thinking, because most of the messages we've got about the podcast, and like, we've had some great guests on, like some what I would call proper guests. John Callery, by the way, right now is supporting Tommy Tiernan on his show. And a friend of mine rang me today, said, I went to see Tommy Tiernan's show and John Callery was
better than Tommy.
He is unbelievable, apparently.
# better than Tommy.
And I've seen John Callery do his stand-up, and he is definitely one of the best stand-ups in the country. He's unreal. So we've had people like him on. We've had boys from Father Ted. We've had all kinds. All the messages we get are people saying, can you bring back Darek or Shawnee B or Sean O'Reilly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the boys that we have the crack with.
Yeah.
So we thought for episode 200, we can't be forgetting our roots. Like, we don't talk to the boys anymore since we found this fame.
No.
But we're not going to forget our roots either, and we'll drag them back in. So we might have Darek on episode 200. Fingers crossed, our people are talking to his people.
I have to talk to Buzzy's people too.
Buzzy is another big one. Now,
hard to pin down that man.
Buzzy's been doing lots since COVID kicked in. Apparently he has an eco farm out in Gertrude. He's running an eco farm out in Gertrude that doubles up. It doubles up as a creche.
He's growing singles. He's trying to.
He's growing music.
Throwing music out. It's what do you call that? The natural, earth-friendly music.
Yeah. He's growing all the hits.
Yeah.
So he is.
He's a lovely batch coming up.
So our people are talking to Buzzy's people as well, but Buzzy's people now, it's a commune. Some might call it like a cult, but he's calling it a commune, and he has a group of people down in Gurchin, and he's living off the land.
There'd be all one-man bands from in and around the Sligo area, and they've gone to live out there to learn how to do it like Buzzy. And they're all sleeping on flower beds, and learning the 3 Bs.
What that buzzing, and buzzing. Every day he has a little whiteboard up with the 3 of them and a little stick, and he points at them.
Come on now, what are they?
So I mean, it's amazing because we can't wait to see. Hopefully, when he is back on, even if it's not episode 200, to see what Buzzy actually has been up to in all this time, because it's been a long time since Buzzy was on this show, and there's a couple of reasons for that.
Right.
Well, the main reason and I'm talking about Buzzy now and Buzzy only. Buzzy is a very hard man to pin down at the best of times.
He's busy.
He's a busy buzz. No. He's on a busy buzz at the moment, and but we're trying to pin him down. We have noticed that anyone who sends us messages is saying it's all those. It's the guys that we grew up with and know that they like being on, because I think it's an extension of all that me and you are doing here, which is just chatting to friends.
We might try and do an all-star experience next week. Imagine if we had Derek, Shawnee B, Buzzy and Sean Riley.
Jeez, I want to get a bigger box room.
Then we need the pop shields to the mics.
I'll tell, and we'll need definitely a different place as well.
We might have to do it in a different
place.
We'll
record it in Knocknaray.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's all climb Knocknaray. I'd be fucking puffing and panting.
And we'll get Brian McDermott to do it. And he'll no problem back in the van.
Look at all the gear up, the PA, the whole lot, the cameras.
Yeah.
Fair play to Picture Productions, by the way, who have taken over all of our live shows. We did a live show again last week, which was great crack. It's the last scheduled one, as in we scheduled these last year.
Yes.
And this was the last of the ones that we'd scheduled. So we'll most likely be doing more of them. Maybe not next month. We'll see what happens. But here's the one thing I will say, Ray, before we go any further as well, and I drink this lovely brew dog and talk about it. I haven't drank it yet.
Full of dead ponies.
I haven't shut up yet, so I haven't drank it.
I noticed that.
Let me have a try of it here. Hang on.
Oh, thank God. Anyway, folks, welcome to 199. We're going to get into the stories now in a minute. At the moment, we're doing housekeeping with Kendy.
Oh, it's lovely.
Here we go.
Housekeeping with Kendy. So we did the last of our scheduled shows, and the best part of the whole lot was seeing the same faces turn up that I think have literally been at all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they were sponsored too by people. I
don't want to I know we'll forget people but when you look at the likes of Ian and Emma that were up there, and Connor and Sally that were there, and Ava who turned up,
Jamie Gorvin.
Yeah, absolutely. Darren is nearly always there. Like it's amazing to see those people go, yeah, I'll come back again. Like
Kaylee had the baby, I think.
Kaylee had the baby, so a big fair play to Kaylee for having the baby.
The baby. We don't know what kind of baby it was.
It was a baby.
Speaking of babies,
it was a boy baby.
Why in the name of God is your daughter just crying anytime she sees me?
Because babies know the truth. This is the thing. Babies know the truth. They know a good person from a bad person.
It's called making strange, isn't it?
Okay, it is. So when Ali was the first 6 months of Ali's life, she didn't care who held her,
delighted to see me.
As long as she got food and shit.
Yes.
Okay, that's all she cared about. Now she's very aware of her surroundings. Choices. Yeah, she's making her own choices.
Yeah.
Ali's body's Ali's choice.
Yeah.
And she has decided that she wants nothing to do with Ray McAndrew.
Every time I go anywhere near her at all, literally within a foot or two from her, she just starts crying.
She starts bawling, crying. So that's what they call making strange.
It's not localised to Ali.
What?
I've had experience now with 2 other babies in the most recent times.
Ray, babies know.
And they've all started making strange. So I'm wondering, is it my beard? Is it gone a bit longer? Is it my hair? Is it something I need to be talking to Rory Maitland about? I need a more baby-friendly haircut.
Right,
and not let that be creepy.
What do you think a baby-friendly haircut is, Raven?
I don't know. Not what I have now.
Look more like them. I think if we shaved your whole body from head to tail, right? That
wouldn't take a lot of shaving.
Well,
not a lot there.
I know. I mean, there's some growing elsewhere. Like, are you a hairy old back on you?
No, it wouldn't be too hairy. No. See, the great thing about having fair hair is it's like it's not even there.
You wouldn't even know.
No.
Yeah. Well, Ali still looks bald. She has blonde hair. She still looks bald to me, but her hair could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She could have loads of hair for all I know.
She kind of reminds me of a man from Breaking Bad.
Who?
What do you call him? Heisenberg.
Oh, you think my daughter looks like Heisenberg?
Yes. Stick a set of glasses on her
and a goatee.
And give her a goatee and a hat and put her in the Winnebago and she's spit out of him.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. She is now acting like she is Heisenberg.
Is she?
Honest to God, it's
making
unreal.
shit.
No, honestly, yeah. She's cooking in the kitchen every day. She has the whole house taken over, man. It's outrageous how
in what
much.
Way?
Because she decides what you do on any given moment. And like, I mean, a scream it says everything. First of all, she's learned how to scream now, like.
Right.
And which is just like.
And can you not ignore the scream? Have you not got a nice bit of AirPods?
Okay, that sounds so wonderful, Ray. Oh my God.
I want to speak on behalf of all of the non-parents listening to this podcast.
Who are just
all
telling
the
me.
lads and lasses out there have no experience whatsoever of child rearing. And I'm going to say to you, don't be whinging about it. Just ignore the scream.
Ignore all the screaming, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm watching a show that I like, right, which is rare, she'll just sit there and go, I have no interest in watching this, so I'm going to scream at you now.
I know what you need. A soundproof box.
And put the baby into it.
Put the baby in a ventilated soundproof box.
Okay, and actually, just to make sure nothing else, will I give her a little drip of water as well that comes in so you can suck out of the drip of water?
You
Ray?
could have a little bowl of water in
Maybe
there.
some lettuce.
And a little wheel for her to run around in.
Oh my God, Ray. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but imagine, can you not get a soundproof box for her?
I mean, let's put that out there. Is it ethical to put a baby into a soundproof
But
box
that
so
means
I
she
can watch The
yeah,
Office?
she can roar her little heart out.
Yeah.
Do you know about whatever's upsetting her at
That's
the
a
time?
good idea, yeah,
And
yeah.
then she's just there, and then she's like, no one can hear me. This isn't working.
Well, now
Life lesson number 1.
Yeah, okay, so now having said that, Ray, that's a good point you say. So as a non-parent, okay, because I've learned the hard lessons the hard way when
Yeah.
I started big time and everyone when I didn't have a baby.
Yeah.
Noel and Tricia.
I'm there now.
So, your parenting skills going forward, and I want you I need some certainty off you,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So, are you going to be a parent that when your baby cries, you're going to try and teach it, no, I'm not going near you now? Or are you going to be the parent that goes and coddles them?
No, I'm going to try and teach the baby that you just, look it, if you're upset about something, you're going to have to find a bridge
Lovely.
and build it.
Lovely. Okay, the babies
Get
are building
over it.
bridges now, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's,
you can't be coddling them.
okay, so
Now, Laura will
brilliant.
disagree with this.
Yeah.
So I'll only be able to be the hard dad, the bad cop.
Okay, great. I just loved all this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll have to do that when Laura's away for a minute.
so I don't know how long exactly we're into the podcast after the edit here, but somewhere in the first 10 minutes of episode 199,
Yeah.
Ray said, "No, I'm gonna let my baby just shout and scream and let
Just
her be what
for
she
a
is."
while, and then maybe I might placate her with, I don't know, a drink. Might make her a cup of tea or something. Always works with Sean. Sean's crying in the living room. I can't leave him alone.
Ah, stop.
And then I'll make him a cup of tea or get him some jelly babies or something.
Like, I mean, I actually genuinely think it might be harder to look after Sean than it would Ali.
No,
actually, really,
Sean's
like,
very self-sufficient.
is he actually?
He is
Even
very-
at this, geez, at
even
this
at
age.
this young stage in his life. Yeah.
Like, the thing is, I just know, I mean, all the stuff that you think you want to do when the
So
child
you can't
is there.
leave her alone then, so.
Well, it's very annoying. She hates golf. That's the first thing that's driving me mad. She absolutely hates golf.
Well, I can understand. I hate it too.
Like, I like watching 10 hours of golf a day. That's what I want to do.
I
with
don't
my life.
understand that.
So the golf starts off a Thursday. The DP World Tour actually starts off a Monday,
getting
Tuesday.
the PTSD,
Okay, so, but I'd watch 10 hours of golf, like, but she's like, I don't want to watch this, Dad. This is a waste of time.
I remember when it used to be on and you used to take over from the Den. I used to watch the Den. You'd get live at 3 with Telman Mansfield.
Right.
And then you'd have Bosco at 3:30.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
you were 27 at this stage.
And then at
weren't you?
4 o'clock, then maybe the Den would come on. But no, it would be the Den. We either go to feckin' PGA Championships,
Yeah.
or it'd go to Aintree.
Oh, yeah. Did
and
you see Aintree during the week? No.
No, I didn't. But I heard 3 horses died
Yeah.
as we drink the Dead Pony Club
Oh
beer.
my Christ Almighty, fucking Lord above. Okay, so this is a good one now. I wouldn't be a big fan of yeah, no, I won't say that. I will, yeah. I wouldn't be. I think a lot of protests go on, but all they do is annoy people. Mm-hmm. You know, these stop oil now let cheap people.
Yeah.
I think all they're doing is just annoying people, and no one's actually going to go with their cause.
Trying to highlight the fact that we're killing the planet.
Yeah, but when
yeah.
they go into the Louvre in France,
Yeah.
and whenever they go into the Coleman Centre out in Clooney,
Was
and,
it-
and they start throwing stuff all
Did
over
something
the
get
place.
delayed at the Grand National?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but the one at the Grand National, I would have. That's an ethical dilemma.
I don't like the Grand National.
Yeah, okay. I
don't
bet
think.
on it.
I don't think. I know you do.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think. I think it's too dangerous. Too many horses.
Yeah, so the Grand National running 40 horses. Did you see
big
so,
fences.
So here's the thing, right? This is what happened. A load of them came out and broke into the Aintree right before the Grand National, and they thought, well, this is a great place to show or you know.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they're trying to say it's not safe for the horses to be
And
running
I'd
around
say it's
the
a
place.
hard spot for them to defend the security lads.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah,
It's a
like
big
the
spot.
Well, it's about 3 mile, like or more, like down
Yeah.
to the end of it, like so.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just minding a pitch, like you
Yeah.
know. So they started breaking in. Now the resounding defense of all of this was, how dare they? They don't know how we treat our horses, okay?
Yeah.
Which is a good point, we'll say. Let's
Fair.
say that starts off as a good point, right? We treat our horses like prize ponies because they are. right? They get a bath every day,
Yeah.
right?
Someone's constantly rubbing them.
I mean, they actually live in a house. I can't buy a house. A horse lives in a stable on his own. Lovely bedding and everything, man.
Yeah,
They bring it down
the
to
finest
Jisk.
of food.
The finest of food, down
Yeah.
to Jisk for the bed,
Yeah.
right? In Soup Value every day. And they get treated like prize ponies. That's why the
Yeah.
saying goes, you're treating them like a prize pony.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the way they get treated, okay? And then people are saying, why don't you go around the country and start protesting all the horses that are tied up on the side of the road and they can't go anywhere, which is true.
Or
you know?
more. Go to the chicken factories. They're
Yeah.
definitely getting abused.
Yeah, that's the thing. The KFC they're eating, but they would say, yeah, we'd love to do all that too, like, but this was just a great way. Aintree, all the watchful eyes. Anyway, there was a resounding defense of it. How dare they do this, right?
Yeah.
And I bought into it. I was like, yeah, how dare they? I had £20 on Rachel Blackmore, right? I'm about to put £20 on Rachel Blackmore. They're going to tell me the race is off. You shower pig wearing protesting bosses, and I was ripping. I was like, this isn't fucking right. This is a sport that's been they're treated perfectly. It's been a sport that's on for about 500 years. Kendy wants to sit down and watch the Grand National like everybody else in the country. Get your pink t-shirts and feck off away. And I was like, yeah. And then I watched the Grand National. About 13, 14 horses collapsing.
Yes.
Going over fences on an overcrowded play. And then do you know what happens? They put up this barrier and they say, oh, it's a privacy barrier just so everyone has a bit of privacy. No, it's because the fucking horse's neck is broke in the middle of the
Why
fucking...
did they make the fences so high?
Yeah, well, because it's more fun. It's more fun,
That's
Ray.
like if I did the triathlon, making the swimming pool really deep.
That's if you did the triathlon.
If I did the triathlon. But like, no, that's just wrong, you know?
Yeah, I know, but so that's the thing. But so that's when I ended up going, geez, they have a point here now. Jesus, they have a point here now, because it's not shagging right like that. We're all, if it was humans running, right, and they were making that choice on their own backs, but they're not on their own backs, they're on the back of a horse.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's when it comes to that, you're going, geez, I don't know if this is right or not
It
now
was
to be doing
totally
this.
not right.
You know, they were trying to explain on it as well, and I was like, hang on now, fucking the horse whisperer here, man. I think it was AP McKendy that was chatting. He was like, these horses know when they're at the Grand National, right? He was like, they do. They know what race they're running and they're fucking well up for it. And I was like, how do you know, man, that horse has any idea he's at the Grand National at all? He just knows he's out to run and you're going to be up in his back.
This is bringing me back to the paintballing.
Why is it bringing you back?
I can really identify with the horses. I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, but you paid the £26, man. You know, the horse didn't pay no
but I
£26 entry fee.
I didn't want to be there. And I can imagine now a horse. Yes, I knew I was at the paintballing. I'd say the horses are terrified.
Yeah, but you still made your decision.
I did.
You know what I mean? You could have walked
I
away.
made the
like,
run.
I was actually waiting for a load of pink t-shirts to come out of the bushes at the paintballing.
Save
We'd
Ray.
say, like,
Save Ray.
save Ray, this isn't right, like,
This isn't
you know.
right. Down with this sort of thing.
I mean,
Did you
I
win?
don't know.
Did you win?
No, I did not. That's why if I had won, I wouldn't be saying a word about it. Rachel Blackmore, she pulled up, man. I think she came.
Is that the name of a horse or a girl or
No,
what?
that's the girl. I think it's the girl. No, it is the girl. I'm joking.
Is there girl jockeys?
Yeah, there's girl. Rachel Blackmore is one of the finest jockeys, man, in the whole of the shagging country.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rachel Blackmore, man. Jeez, I'll tell you one thing, man. She lethal. She's won the whole lot. But did you know that the jockeys? Here's the thing. There's moral dilemmas in everything, Ray.
Right.
So these jockeys are washing their hands of it, and it's well within their rights to wash their hands of it, and the owners to go. Ethically, I think what I'm doing is right. I'm not trying to kill this horse.
Yeah.
It's got a good life, and I'm going to try and run it, and hopefully not. Hopefully, it won't fall.
Yeah.
The guy who won the Grand National is from
Sligo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I don't begrudge him at all. You know, I'd be saying fair. What's his name? What's his name? Fox. Derek Fox.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. He's just a brilliant little jockey, right? With a big old whip, and he got the horse home first.
He got the horse home safely.
Safely first. He's one of the safest drivers out there, man.
Yeah.
If you're running a horse driving school, he'd be right up there, man, teaching the lessons with Derek Fox.
Yeah.
You know?
Horse driving school.
If you were driving horses, Ray. If you had a horse driving school. Hello and welcome to Derek Fox's horse driving school.
Yeah.
So if you want to drive horses,
would you do the theory test first?
you'd have to do the theory test first,
Yeah.
like, so yeah, you'd have to.
See, I know all about the theory test.
How do you parallel park a horse?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, wow.
A 3-point turn.
On a horse.
You know, and trotting. Listen, the best horse sport in the world is that stupid one they do in the Olympics where they do a dance.
In the RDS.
Yeah, where they
Yeah.
do a little dance.
Oh, what do you call it?
It's called dressage.
Dressage?
Yeah, man, you wouldn't find it in a hospital, man, like a triage nurse with dressing up your mood. They call it dressage, Ray. And the horses do a little dance to fucking Michael Jackson. It's unbelievable, like. Billie Jean is not me lover and your man's doing a 2-step.
Speaking
A
of
4-step.
driving
Yeah.
horse testers.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a horse driving school,
It's a horse
Ray.
driving
Get
school.
it right if you're going to make a joke.
You just reminded me. I was totally off topic, and I appreciate everything you've said there. Strong with the horses. Fair play to them.
Thank you.
Laura was asking me, what do I want? I'm turning 40 in September.
Are you actually turning 40?
Big moment, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of sandwiched between my stag and my wedding. So I can't be making a big deal about it.
Yeah, well, I had my 30th birthday 2 weeks after my wedding.
Yeah.
To which I didn't do anything. We just went to Anderson's.
Yeah, you have to be very careful because you can't look like a child whose birthday's on Christmas.
You can,
Do you know? It's the same thing.
Can you imagine if you're like, everybody, my wedding's in 2 weeks, make sure you put it on 50, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, also,
I'm having a big birthday party.
I'm having a huge birthday party.
And you all have
as
to
well.
come to that. That's in Galway.
Like, I would be like, for the love of tits, man.
Yeah.
This fella's
Too
taking
much.
the piss now. Yeah.
But Laura was asking me, what do you want for your birthday?
Yeah.
And I was trying to think, and I was thinking of one or two small little things that I wanted for my birthday.
Yeah.
And one of the things was bus driving lessons.
Okay. Hang on no second now. What? Okay.
I've always wanted to have to be able to drive a bus.
What? To where?
And it would just bring people from A to B.
So it's the one thing I would not like to drive.
Why?
Because it's so stressful.
How is it stressful?
I was in Aldi. Now, this isn't a bus now. I was in Aldi of a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Nobody around, thank the Lord above
How
and
does
everything.
a bus come into this?
It was a lorry.
Oh.
So the same length.
Yes,
Except
well,
for it has a knee in the middle.
Yes.
As in it can bend.
Yeah.
So there's a knee in the middle of the bus.
Yeah.
You really can turn it. It took him a half an hour and he was like this close to cars. He was an inch away from hitting cars and he was stressed and he had people trying to direct him in and everything. I was on a bus in Liverpool that was far overcrowded.
Far overcrowded.
Right.
54 people.
It was so bad, the bus was so crowded after a Liverpool match that when he tried to take a turn onto the main road, 50 people had to get off the bus for him to make the turn because he couldn't actually turn the wheel and then get back on when he was going straight again.
That's very crowded.
And all I could think was, this must be the most stressful job in the world. What? And okay, so what kind of a bus driver? Do you want to be a bus driver in the middle of Dublin City, man, with junkies getting on, going, "Hey, I no money. Will you let me on the fucking bus?"
I wouldn't mind that because you're in a little plastic box and it's fine.
No, it's not fine because he's spitting on it. You fucking
I just have a
cudgy
little
bastard.
I have a wiper in the plastic
You
box.
dirty cudgy bastard. Now, that's what he'd be saying to you, man. All these boys.
I'd love to drive a bus with stops. Do you know where I have to get from a route?
Okay, you want a route. You want a constant route.
To be honest with you, I suppose I've serious admiration for Henry, our primary school bus driver.
No, that's different.
Yeah.
A little 14-seater.
No,
I do that now.
He was driving, I don't know, do you remember these yellow bus Aaron buses?
Yeah, okay, so
Remember
the yellow bus
ones?
Aaron buses were not around when I was in school.
Yeah, no.
We had 14-seaters, me, Hall Keenan, and we'd be roaring
That's
at
a
some...
transit.
It was a transit,
Yeah, no, that's not a bus, that's a van.
No, that's a transit. You tell me, Hall Keenan, man. You're trying to belittle me, Hall Keenan. His vocation, man. He dedicated his life to that 14-seater.
Well, I want to see myself in an old 53-seater. An old van tool or a Volvo or something, you know.
Oh, yup, man. They're about 800 grand.
I wouldn't obviously buy. Well, I've been looking at them for months.
Oh my god!
Because you can get.
Oh, please don't buy a 53-seater bus.
You can get 97-seater. You can get 1997 van tool buses for us €4,000. Now it'll be Bagshire, be 450,000
You would do
miles.
well park that on Chapel Street.
But I just love to have my own little bus for bringing friends places.
How many friends do you think you
Well,
have?
there'd be a time where we'd be going somewhere, and I said, "Look, you can all come with me." I actually love the idea of being able to say everyone can come with me because I have 53 seats in the bus, and you can all sit in the bus, and we'll have a great time.
Oh my god!
And we'll stop at all my favourite filling stations.
I'd hate that. I'm going to drive myself for it.
No,
by the way.
you can't. I'd be upset
going.
if you did.
So, what is your? Because I'm kind of worried now that you will buy a bus. Like, if you're saying it's only $4,000,
yeah,
you will 100%.
Specifically a double decker.
Yeah,
if I could
a double decker.
Oh, I'd love a double decker, and not the chocolate bar.
Why?
I like them too, though.
So, I mean, I'm worried. Like you said, you haven't thought of the maintenance, Ray. First of all, I'm sure the maintenance on these 1997 buses are $4,000.
I have
there has
no
to be
doubt in Mickey Stencil's down in Ballina. He'd be landing
You'd
with
be
a
too
double
well
decker.
to pull in with a double decker bus.
Kieran, Mickey, best luck, lads.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing.
Service.
I was watching my TikTok today and I saw a woman who bought a double decker bus, of which the likes of you're saying right now, an old green one.
Yeah.
I mean,
an old Dublin bus one.
Yeah, and she's going to turn that into her home.
You could do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Why?
But because it's all good and well turning a double decker bus into your home until your home is a double decker bus.
That's another thing as well. I'd love to have a double decker bus done out with all the pods like I was saying before, and then you could do stag nights.
We have different goals in life. Me and you see our lives going very differently.
James O'Malley are one of our top podcast fans.
And 99 Red Balloon writer, 99 episodes.
Co-writer.
Yeah, co-writer.
He got on to me today asking about how we get on in the stag in Kilkenny.
Oh, yeah.
And he was saying that there's 75 of them in the WhatsApp group for his brother's stag.
Jesus Christ, how many football teams is he on?
He must be on 3.
He must be on the hurling, the football, the soccer, the
yeah,
fucking...
popular Donegal gentleman.
He do the triathlon.
He said there's 75 and he said we'd be doing well to get it down to 50. And he was looking for somewhere to put them in Kilkenny. Now apparently all the hotels laughed at him.
Yeah, for
because there's no way they'd take a 50 people stag. And I suggested our B&B that we stayed, and I said that man definitely take 50 people.
He'd fit about 8 in each room.
Yeah, because there was several of us sleeping on floors.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Including your very own brother
Yeah,
Joey.
Joey stepped the floor the whole way through the stag.
Didn't complain, fair play to him.
No, he didn't say a word, man. He quiet his mouth.
James said to him, do you remember that pod thing you ran about? Would you ever get that going? And I'm thinking, if I got my bus license, I could have at least 20 beds in this double-decker bus.
You're thinking before they go on that stag, you'll have it ready, aren't you?
Double-decker hostel bus.
Oh my God. That's unreal. You should be, because if it's only for stags, you should call it a double dicker. If you're not going to have any heads in it, call it a double dicker bus.
A double-decker?
Yeah, because only Mickey's on it. You know what I mean? Only Mickey's allowed. This is Stag Bus.
Yeah, stagbus.com.
Stagbus.com.
Oh my God. I
Come
love it when I get a hugely profitable idea in my head.
That's great. So we'll call it stagbus.com.
Yeah.
Right? And when you go into it, it'll say, are you into, who out there wants a double dicker?
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want a double dicker?
Click here, book now.
Yeah.
Click here for a double dicker.
But the great thing about it is, not just for them to stay in. You could literally bring them everywhere. You could bring them to the paintball and everybody gets off the bus. They literally get on the bus to their house.
Yeah.
And they go away for 2 nights and have a great time with all the boys.
Yeah. And would you drop them all home then individually?
You could drop them all home, and I'd love that. Oh, because most houses have never had a double dicker back in the back avenue.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You wouldn't put a double dicker in the back avenue of some places, right? I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it'd be tight.
It'd be fair tight, Matt. I'll tell you one thing. I've seen some boreens and whatever all over Wisconsin. There's no way you'd fit a double dicker up the back avenue in certain places.
That's
right?
I think thank you for doing that now. I want to get my bus driver's license.
That's outrageous. How much money is it to get your bus driving license?
It's probably expensive. I think the lessons are like $1.50 per hour.
Jesus.
So it's crazy money.
Because I do see some of the lorry drivers doing their tests around here. They do a lot of them around, well, I won't say where I live, but around this area of Sligo.
You're very good at not saying where you live, funny enough.
You give your fucking address out to everybody.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have to say, I have to kind of read out that, that we got. That letter.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable.
It was.
Siobhan S., isn't it?
Siobhan S.
So we don't know who this woman is or whatever. She sent us a lovely, lovely letter.
Yeah.
Which was full of everything that we had forgot about.
Yeah, and in fairness, we didn't really we didn't talk about it hugely at the live show. But I have to say, Siobhan S., thank you very much. You're very, very kind to have sent it.
Yeah, and it means a lot to us genuinely that we mean that much to you, for sure.
I'm going to briefly skirt through the letter, if that's all right.
Yeah, go on ahead.
Yeah. I'm finally taking time to sit down and write to ye, and fair play to me for doing it. Now, I think that's the Dublin compliment out of the way she said.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yes, I am from Dublin and I have the female gender. I was getting worried straight away. I was going, oh no.
She's going to catch us out in something.
Yeah, she's going to get... And I have a generation older than you, so she's clearly 50.
Well, I mean, a generation older than me is your age, so it depends what she means by that. She could be,
I presume she's looking at us collectively, so she must be 45.
She shouldn't look at us collectively.
No,
We're
she
different
shouldn't.
generations.
Yeah. She only discovered the podcast in September 2022, and she's listened to the entire episode collection 3 times over.
3 times over. That's nuts. Since September 2022, she has listened to 90 episodes.
That's about right, yeah. I had to quickly think that one out. She said that she has to stop herself from starting for the 4th time because she said that would be a cry for help. Speaking of help, is there a support group for fans?
There is, yeah. You could send out Sean O'Reilly's number there, right?
Yeah. There she was, this is the backstory now. There she was, heading on her holidays in September 2022. Worried sick for you guys. I was listening to you knowing that you were unaware of the fact that we were heading for a pandemic.
Yeah.
The sad thing was, she was sitting listening going, oh no lads, you don't know what's coming.
Because we were, I presume, at that stage saying, we're stopping for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know? Isn't that outrageous? Like,
yeah.
Fucking hell. We've done 100 episodes since that happened.
Yeah, she was complimenting you on finding another career path.
Yeah, well, that's adaptive Kendy.
That's adaptive Kendy.
I call it adapter Kendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's enjoying the unscripted conversation. Thankfully, someone does.
Jesus Christ, yeah. We never scripted nothing.
Apparently, our observational comedy is doing well.
I have a dirty owl thing in my face right before you go in. How long has that been there, Brendan? Oh, shite,
That's
Jesus.
very funny. For everybody who's not on the Patreon, lovely little segue. Kendy was being hit there with what would you call it?
A dirty bolt of light from the savage weather we're having here in Sligo.
Yeah.
Go on, just go to me. It should be grand there like that for a minute anyway, yeah.
Anyway, she goes on and on and on. She talks about Sean Riley. She talks about Nicola Laura, the whole lot. She's just a very nice letter. Fair play to her.
Yeah, it was unreal, and it's great with the like I said, she's pointing out stuff that we can't really remember about ourselves, which is always brilliant because you get a little bit nostalgic. I was only having this conversation with Ray before we started here. There is nothing worse in the world. Actually, we talked about it already. Than listening back to yourself.
Are you listening back much?
And like you know when someone says to us, "Oh, I just started. I'm on episode 9."
Oh, bad, yeah.
And you go, "Oh my God, how are you listening to that?"
Yeah.
How I would not listen back to us early.
I still think the Frankfurt episode was our best work.
What number was that?
75, I think.
Oh my God, I don't know. I mean,
73.
Jesus, I can't think of anything being our best work.
That Frankfurt trip was brilliant. Why can't we go again? Just because you don't like leaving the house.
Oh, I'm not trusting you anyway, for sure, man. Putting me in bed with Russian bears. I'm not doing
double
that again.
dicker experiences.
Come here. How have we not talked about it yet? And I don't know if it was happening
It's on
last
my
week.
notes.
What is it?
Biden and Ballina.
That's right. So what was it? John Byron.
The Joey B show.
John Byron was in Mayo and Ballina, and all I can say, Ray, is what it was like watching a senile rock star.
It was marvellous.
Christ.
He killed it.
I don't think he had a clue what was going on.
Some say he was a robot.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So he walked out. You wouldn't see this at Coachella this week, to the stage that he walked out on in Ballina.
Well, you have to hold on now. You can't just tell a story like that.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry. Brendan, sorry. Remember them 200 episodes we were after doing? I was wrong in all the stuff I don't know how to do this, like.
No, but you can't just start with his bit. You have to first of all talk about
This is your way. You're going to go, okay, hang on now. So what happened was, we landed about 2:05. Why can't I just talk my truth,
Right,
Ray?
go on, talk your truth.
I saw a senile old man walk down a fucking... You wouldn't see in Wembley Arena when Foo Fighters were playing. That's what I saw. I saw nothing else as well.
The guns and...
He was pulling out all the stuff. I think he took his Mickey out and was saying, like that. He's waving at that. He would like Mick Jagger, man.
He was brilliant.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a setup like it. They must have got all Vinnie Higgins' mic stands. They got all his lights. They got everything off him, man.
Vinnie Higgins was cleaned out. So he was
absolutely cleaned. And Shane Walken was cleaned out in audio works down below Mayo.
All the local audio companies.
There was nothing left.
Yeah.
There was nothing left.
Not a bit of, I couldn't get a bit of bulletproof glass. That's a hard one to say.
A bit of bulletproof glass.
Not a bit of bulletproof. No.
Man, there wasn't a 58 left either.
Not a bit of bulletproof glass.
There was a boy gigging down in Hogan's, man, and he forgot his mic, and he rang in and he said, "Can I get a 58?" They said, "They're all out."
They're all gone.
He said, "They're all shagging out. There's more audio jokes for you there now, lads, if you want to." Anyone who's in the audio business.
Have you any more things to say about
No, I just wanted to say, just the heading them. I mean, I don't know. Fair play to him, okay? John Byron, whatever his name
Biden.
is. Joan Byron.
Yeah.
Joan Byron. She is exactly what America needed after the lunatic that was there before.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, from me looking from the outside, and we look at America in an entertaining way, we'll say, as in like American politics, we find it amusing and entertaining. Mm-hmm. And even if we get riled up about it, it's still a form of entertainment for us. Mm-hmm. I get riled up when Liverpool get hammered off the pitch, and I'm getting annoyed at my entertaining factor. So America's the same. That's how we view their political spectrum. They had this loony in charge, right? Barack Obama. No, they had this loony in charge, right? Donald J. Trumps, right?
Yeah.
And then all they needed was this calm fella who can't say anything.
Yeah.
And they got it. They somehow got him elected. And the 100 people behind him now were going, we just need to keep him awake
and
like,
alive.
That's it. No, like, so they can. I'm pretty sure they have the best doctors. They can keep him alive.
Yeah.
And I'm not belittling him here now at all. I think he's brilliant. They just need to keep him awake for long enough and say to him, like, Joe, you're going out, just say up Mayo, say you love, please don't say black and tans.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you do, it's all blacks, not the black and tans. Now, he messed up with that one. Did you hear that one? No?
I heard a bit of it,
Yeah, so he obviously meant to say the all black, but he's just been told beforehand, let's just get through this 5 minutes and we'll get you back in the car again and you can give a sucky sweet. Okay? And a little sucky sweet man, they put him to bed in the back and someone rubs his hair.
Yeah.
Okay, and tells him about the old days. And that's what they need right now.
They have
okay?
it.
And fair play to Britain, by the way, for once again showing that they're the biggest fucking... They're so sore.
Yeah.
They're the sorest losers. British people are the sorest... the British establishment
They were just
are the
disappointed.
sorest losers
They
in
were
the
disappointed
world.
that they were left out.
Yeah, they were left out of it. And they were like, but we don't even like Joe anyway. No, we hate Joe. So Joe came over and said, well, aren't Ireland brilliant, right? Ever since you got rid of them flutes next door,
Yes.
you're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It was unreal to hear some of the backlash, like, of, we don't even like Joe. No, we're not even that. Who is he again? Yeah, no, not us.
Biden
no.
hates the UK.
Yeah, Biden hates the UK. Never once said this, but he hates us anyway. Like, they were like a bowed child, weren't they? Yeah, well, you hate me anyway.
They were the jealous friend you don't need.
Absolutely the jealous friend you don't need. So anyway, Eddie Blewis.
Eddie Blewis.
Yeah, go on. Who is he? Talk to me.
Eddie Blewis, gentleman.
Yeah.
He's from Ballina.
Right.
No, and he was a quantity surveyor.
Yeah.
And the mad thing is, he put the blocks into the cathedral.
He did not.
He did, 27,000 of them.
That's the most local thing you've ever said. You literally did the equivalent of walking by a building and go, my father did the blocks in that building.
He didn't put them in now, he sold them to him.
Oh,
or he ordered them. He ordered them online at the time.
You're talking the most Ballina I've ever heard you talk.
Yeah. I know, it's not often it happens. But anyway, Eddie Blewis was there, did that. And then the English took all the food. And he said, well, to hell with you so.
Yeah.
And off he went to a Murch. And he settled above in Scranton.
He did.
And then a load of children later, Joey B came out.
Joey B came out abroad and
And in around the 70s, he became, a big thing down in Washington.
He did.
And then all of a sudden he became the president. And he's old, he's 81.
Yeah.
I'm mad to think he's 81. But anyway, he decided to come to Ballina.
He did.
Which pissed the Brits off, which was ironic.
Oh, they couldn't get over it.
The Brits caused this.
Yeah, they couldn't get over it. But you can't have your cake and aces.
I'll tell you who else couldn't get over it.
Go on.
Some of the locals in Ballina were irate at the fact
the traffic.
that Joey B was coming. First of all, they started giving out about the traffic.
The traffic is chaos.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're after closing the whole... I can't go down to pick up the children from the school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, what's more important, the US president or your shitty kids?
Well, oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
They give out apparently this is all playing out on Facebook.
Oh, was
there
it?
was serious commentary happening.
Right.
And it culminated in absolute outrage on the night of the visit, where some people reported they couldn't even get a takeaway.
They couldn't get down to the local Chinese.
They couldn't get the Chinese to deliver them.
They couldn't go down to Panda or Ho-Wan.
So I can't even get myself my dinner on my Friday night because Joey B's here.
That's a thundering disgrace.
Isn't it?
It's like the potatoes all over again.
They were livid. The irony of it all.
The irony of it all.
The man born from hunger is great in hunger.
Here's the thing though, Ray, and I'd say this, having talked about this for a number of minutes at the moment.
Yes.
Let's say if he happened to be from Caltra, right, in Sligo, right? And he's coming home to I'd be the same. So, if Joey B, right?
Yeah.
What's his name again? Joe Burton or something? Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Was outside. It turns out that he grew up next door to this house here.
Yeah.
I would not care if I met him or not.
Yeah.
So, it's mental, the hysteria that can be created by a person like that. He might as well be Hawley Jackson.
I watched the whole thing.
I didn't, and I'm not messing with you, Ray, and I wasn't out of begrudgery or nothing of the sort.
You were flat watching
I
golf.
had no interest. I was watching
child crying in the corner wanting to see Joey B.
Yeah, I'd be trying to put her into a soundproof box.
Yeah.
I could not give a shit about Joe Biden.
Well, then,
that is the God's honest hands up truth.
Do you know
I don't.
Kendy,
if he was in here now, I'd talk to him as normal as anything.
That's good. But
wouldn't faze me.
Can I talk to you about the marvellous stuff you missed?
Okay, go on. Talk to me about what happened.
Right. So they had the whole thing set up, massive stage in front of the cathedral. The first band that were on, the Academic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I've never seen four lads that didn't look like they wanted to be there ever.
Okay,
as much
good.
As they did.
That's good. I hope they're on the show sometime, Ray. Lovely Irish bands that you were saying.
They were very good, but they just looked like they didn't necessarily probably enjoy in the big green backdrop.
No, okay.
And the rain.
Okay,
the hailstones.
Not that.
And the absolutely disinterested Ballina crowds that I've played to on many occasions.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They weren't, okay, first of all, they weren't used to a Ballina crowd. I'm going to defend the Academic to the hills here, Ray.
Okay.
The Academic are cool.
Oh.
Now,
so that was what they were trying to
be.
So
cool is, I was chatting to someone recently enough.
Yeah.
Right? And they have a cool boy in their band.
Right.
Okay? So one of the band members is a cool boy.
I think we know what you're talking about.
So what that means is he can't be seen to be enjoying himself.
That's it exactly.
Isn't it?
I've seen
you
this
can't
gentleman.
be enjoying yourself. That's an ick.
Yeah. I don't like that.
You can't be enjoying yourself.
It's really annoying.
Because that's not cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool boys don't be enjoying themselves, right? They haven't time.
Be seen to be enjoying themselves.
You cannot. So the Academic are obviously a very good,
yes,
cool band.
Well, they looked like they were hating life.
So now the One Direction were the most uncool band ever.
Right.
They were fucking lipping around the place, man, like it was no one's business.
And they weren't popular
They
at all.
loved it. No, but they weren't cool boys, though.
Okay,
there
fair
was nothing
enough.
cool about them. They were playing till 40, but they loved it.
Okay, I didn't see the Coronas.
All the coolest bands in the world don't enjoy themselves.
I don't know what the Coronas did. They probably didn't enjoy themselves either.
No, the Coronas would enjoy themselves.
Would they?
What's your man's name again? Danny
Danny-
Burke or
Danny
something?
O'Reilly.
Danny O'Reilly. He well used to, because he's not young and cool. Okay?
Yeah.
So, there's another difference there now as well. The older you get, I watch Bling 182.
Oh
right?
yeah, talking about balls and eating something from behind.
Yeah, they were, and they're the coolest boys of their generation. They're in their 50s now.
They're
and they're
old
going,
looking.
do you know what? Fuck it, we are going to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go out and enjoy ourselves.
They did.
We mightn't get this chance again.
No.
Okay? So when they go out, they're cool, right? Very
But
cool.
they do
and-
look like they're enjoying themselves.
and they're enjoying themselves. If you're in your early 20s,
You can't look like
you
you're
can't
enjoying-
look like you're enjoying. There's nothing cool about that.
Okay.
So there you go now. That's a little tidbit for
Well,
you.
here's now. Figure
I
this one
said
out.
tit. Go on,
The
yeah.
Chieftains.
Oh, yeah.
The Chieftains now. I have to say condolences to them. I believe some of the members have passed away.
Yeah.
I think quite recently one of them.
Yeah. And they're obviously
And
different members filtering.
So they have replaced some of the lads.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There was one lad and he looked like a young Mick Jagger. He was wearing purple sunglasses.
Go away.
And he was so American it hurt. It actually hurt my feelings.
Was he
to
like
look at
Michael
him.
Flatley? Kind of.
Yeah,
You know where you're
yeah.
like,
Oh,
you're Jesus, you think you're Irish, but fuck
Oh, he
me, I
was-
can't accept you.
And the thing about it was he couldn't decide whether he was playing the fiddle and Ewan or up dancing like an absolute scattered lunatic.
Oh, go away. What kind of dancing was he doing? Schnoz?
No, you know, Chinos, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you see this new the new American brand of dancing, which effectively is how they think we would have danced back 200 years ago. And that's without any, you know the way Flatley, upper body doesn't move.
Yeah.
And everything's really class.
Yeah. So they bring the hands into it.
They're walking around like, they're all, they're like Will Ferrell.
Flailing up and over it all over the
And
place.
it's disaster. And then Jean Butler's sister comes landing in with a small bit of class about her.
Lovely.
But all this was happening. The Chieftains were singing, but the Chieftains were pure sad about losing people.
Yeah.
So they were kind of bringing the mood down. You know, everybody's standing there waiting for Joey B to come out, and they're bringing the mood down.
Is there anything to be said for guerrilla radio? Like a good local band to go out and play Radio Gaga and lift the place
I
out
have
of
to
it.
say, Sean O'Reilly said this. Like, jeez, you think they would have booked Guerrilla Radio?
Why would they not get guerrilla radio
Because
to do
Guerrilla
it?
Radio were booked about 2 years ago to do a wedding.
so
That
they-
same night.
Okay, what's more important, your wedding
Or playing
or
for the
this
world.
81-year-old
You can
senile
never,
gentleman?
ever let a wedding down.
Well, I've heard some people who have let weddings. Let's get into it. Here we go. Wedding letdowns 101. I won't get into any of them, Ray, because it's solidarity in the people.
Yeah.
And even if you were dead wrong to do some of the stuff you did out there, lads, you know who you are. Right? All I'd say is Kendy's never let a wedding couple down. Ever in his whole life.
The Chieftains,
except
anyway,
for my wife.
finally got off the stage.
Yeah.
And then the mayor of Ballina then arrived on the stage. And
Lovely.
he was mighty, Mark Duffy.
Lovely.
But then the big thing then, Leo Varadkar came out.
Oh, he did. Fair play to him.
Booed off the feckin' stage.
Oh, I wonder why. Is it the housing crisis? Jesus Christ, is it the fact that no one has any money anymore?
I've never felt such
Wow.
second-hand embarrassment. Sitting there in the comfort of my own living room watching the leader of our country come out on a big stage full of lights in Ballina
Yeah.
and the whole town going boo.
I swear to God, if Bertie Ahern had walked out, he would have got a better reception.
He probably would have.
Leo Varadkar is probably the most
Stop
hated
now,
man in the
stop
country.
now.
I'm not saying
I'm
me.
Department of Government.
I'm saying he's probably the most hated man in the country.
Well,
Booed off the stage in
I was
Ballina.
disappointed for everybody involved.
Oh
because
yeah,
it
you
wasn't nice.
Okay, sorry,
It
you're
wasn't
right. Ray.
nice.
No, you're right. Ray, Ballina, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
No, not that.
You should be Ray, one of your own here now is saying this.
No, I didn't say
you
that.
should be. Why don't you just shut up and put up with it, Ballina?
No,
Yeah,
he came all the way
you've
down the
made your
train
bed.
from Dublin.
Let him do what he wants.
The train. He came down to the train in Dublin.
Right.
He probably had the dinner in Cafola's.
I think he used
given
the new sweet cards.
He's given back to the community.
He is.
And up he got then and he started into his speech.
Yeah.
Now, Mark Duffy's speech, the mayor, he was sound. He was like, how are you getting on? Fair
Yeah.
play. He let me. And he did the whole, I can't hear ye, shite.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they all got louder. But
That's called the Brendan Tierney, you know. They call that. I can't hear you, lads. You're not going to shout louder. I'm not
Yeah.
bringing the boys out.
exactly.
No
He
way.
says it. For first
Yeah.
of all, I'm going to bring Joey B out in a minute, but first of all, your national leader, Leo Varadkar. Boo.
Oh yeah.
And then he
You're a
came-
disgrace, Ballina. Jesus Christ.
He came out anyway, and he started into a speech, and I say everybody in the country got the PTSD from the times he came out to the podium during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Because he ploughed into the old poetry. It was the dawn of the day
So
when
it
above,
was.
up inside in itself, came out a leaf, and that leaf was our president, Joey Biden.
That's right. Our president, Joey Biden. We all know what happened. The sun opened one day, you see. And out came Joey Biden with
Hundreds
his big
of
shiny
years,
head.
and he was really aloof and not very. He didn't write to the crowd.
Very disingenuous, would you say?
No, I just think he read the bloody script, and that was that.
Yeah, I think he was probably. It's obviously written for him, which happens. That's normal.
And I meant to say
There's
another
nothing
little
wrong
thing
with
for everybody. There was something like 27,000 people came to see them.
Yeah.
And they were checking things like lipstick.
that. Oh,
So
why?
it was a girl that I heard of. She landed up. She had a little purse. She had her phone in it. She had tissues.
She did.
And, for the crying when
Just
she
in
sees
case.
Joey B.
She gets like that.
Yeah, exactly. And she had lipstick.
Yeah.
Right? And the social security people, they're not social security.
Social Security. They checked their PPS number and they said, "Give me that fucking lipstick."
The security people opened the lipstick to make sure it was actually lipstick.
Right.
Isn't that ridiculous?
No, it's not ridiculous, because it could be explosives.
It could be, I suppose.
And have you any
could be
idea?
a full-on sniper rifle inside in the yoke.
Have you any idea, Ray, how important this man thinks he is?
He is,
And
yeah.
how important we should be treating him.
Yeah.
This is the
True.
leader of the free world
After
we're talking about.
5 hours
They're
anyway.
in the lipstick in the country, man, that wouldn't get checked. I don't care if it's Chanel number 5, Ray. I don't care if Britney Spears endorsed it herself.
5 hours anyway for people waiting. Joey B finally came out.
5 hours.
About that. People were there from like 5 o'clock onwards. And it
Are
was
you
10
telling
by the
me you
time he
couldn't
was
get a
out.
chicken curry for 5 hours?
No.
That's a thundering disgrace.
Yeah.
And Varadkar go up in front of the ball.
And apparently there isn't a house in Ballina that hasn't been repainted. Every pothole has been fixed.
Go on.
Traffic islands have literally been wiped off the face of the earth.
Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes for the man to come.
Go away. So
Yeah.
if you bring him, they will.
If you bring him, they'll do up that shitty house beside your
they will.
house.
Can we talk about the difference between Hawley D and Joey Biden?
Okay.
So Joey Biden was walking around the place,
Yeah.
not knowing what was going on. He didn't know whether to turn left or right.
Yeah.
Is Michael D the same age as him?
Oh, I think
Or
he's
is he
older.
older?
I think he's older.
It's outrageous the shape that man keeps him in. For a man who's 3'4".
But she's only half the size.
It's
It's easy to keep something
He
smaller.
hadn't as
in.
much to look after.
Yeah, hasn't
you
as
know.
much to look after.
But he is so articulate still.
he doesn't get the same blast of gravity. He's lower down.
Like, the air is better where he is it?
Yes, it's thicker.
Yeah. No, it's thicker the other way. Oh, yeah, it's thicker where Joey is. And
Yeah.
it's affected him.
No, yeah, it's lighter. There isn't as much air where Joey
I
is.
can't get over how articulate our president is.
He's
And
mad,
we can
man.
make fun of him and call him a little leprechaun and all that.
No, we shouldn't.
He runs the show, like.
Oh, he does. He's
When Joey B came,
yeah.
he was walking around the field, man, like he was above
Marilyn-
in St. Bridget's in
Marilyn, I'll show
fucking
you the dogs.
Ballinasloe. Yeah,
Marilyn,
and he
I'll
was
show
like,
you
come
the
over and I'll show you the zags.
Yeah.
And Joey was like, I don't know what, is that a horse or dog? What is it?
Yeah.
And they were like, hang on, we'll give you your meds now in a minute, Joey, okay?
It all finished up, and then I decided to myself I was going to watch him leave.
Okay, so what
So
does that
I
mean?
watched an hour of footage of Knock Airport. As first of all, as all the support staff landed in the helicopters, they got on the plane. That was exciting. And then the main helicopters landed, and I watched them get on the plane. And I watched them say goodbye to Leo and say goodbye to the American ambassador to Ireland and a couple other heads.
Yeah.
And it was lovely to talk to the media for a little bit. I found it all really, really.
Did you watch
interesting.
all of this?
I watched all of it. I
So-
watched it from Laura tipped off to Longford to go see a musical.
Yeah.
And I sat there from about 7 o'clock till 11:30 or 12 at night.
Like, I've never felt further from you.
Oh.
The only other time I felt this far away from you was when you said you watched the whole Queen's funeral and you were crying.
I don't know, I do enjoy the whole stuff about it.
The rigmarole of
Yeah,
it, like.
it's mighty.
And you have a great way about you to turn off any kind of ill feelings you might have towards certain people as well, don't you?
Do I?
Like, you don't, like, let's say Leo Varadkar, for instance.
Yes.
You go, I'm just going to let him talk away there and I think he's brilliant. Which is a good way to be, like.
Yeah.
That you can enjoy the occasion better.
Oh yeah, without
way you
yeah. But I feel bad about Leo Varadkar.
Yeah, okay.
Because I upset that man many, many years ago.
Well, apparently... No, but... Okay, we'll get on to why you're upset with it. But I will say... Like, I feel bad for him as well, because I did see a video of him crying into his money, and I was like, this poor divil man. Honestly, I was just going, the poor divil man. I know, like,
But on a human
Nicola,
level,
me and you have it
on a
fucking
human
easy.
level, you'd hate to see anyone go out and be booed by 27,000 people, or a fraction of that 27,000 people.
Or else, hear me out now.
Right.
Surely Leo Varadkar takes that on board and goes, Jesus. Why
People
did
in
they-
Mayo are a bag of shite.
Like,
He goes back and he says, "Yeah, I hope they never win,
Ray,
Sam."
you will never be allowed back in your hometown. Like, it's
sure,
outrageous the way you talk about your. I love Castlereagh people, by
Yeah,
the
but
way.
3/4 of the people didn't boo him.
Huh?
3/4 of the people there had
Yeah,
manners.
because they were too shy to boo him.
Well, if you want to show your criticism of a politician, vote the bastard out.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I
But
mean,
don't be engaged in horrible old stuff like booing someone.
what's the old? No, but yeah, okay, I get that too.
Be
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, okay, I'd love to be nice all the time. I wouldn't boo him, by the way.
This owl treat everybody like you'd like to be treated
Yeah.
yourself. Would
Yeah,
you
no,
like to
yeah.
get up there and get booed out of it?
No, but
in
I wouldn't
front
boo.
of the president of the United States.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine how embarrassing that is.
I know. Imagine how much it took for that to happen.
Do you think he?
I
know
would
it's
not.
True, yeah.
I would not boo him. By the way, because
Yeah.
I'd be way too embarrassed to boo him. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'd be
Could you
embarrassed to be said to be going.
Could you imagine him passing by the president as he was tough crowd?
Yeah, Jesus, I don't know about this joke. They're not in great form.
I wouldn't bother.
I'd love if he walked back out and Joe Biden said to him, What
have you done?
Who's fucking cereal did you shiting?
You
What kind of a show you're running here at all?
Did you used to play for Dublin or what,
What
Leo?
the fuck is going on here, Leo? Jeez,
Yeah.
you're making a hit. Are you sure it's not Micheál Martin the one? No, we should have booked him instead. You know?
Micheál's more affable, I think, too. You wouldn't boo Micheál as much.
You don't think you'd boo Micheál as much?
I don't think so. I think Micheál's kind of more, how are you doing?
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
away with it a bit more. Bertie Ahern used to be like that too, Ray.
Yeah.
He was good.
I
Yeah.
love Bertie.
Stop, Ray. You're going to get in so much trouble.
I love Bertie.
Because the money was resting in his account.
I don't care where it was resting. He got shit done.
Lovely. Now you're hearing it. There you go, first
No,
lads.
no, I'm only
Don't
joking.
be worrying.
No, I'm only joking.
Don't be worrying yourself. No, I actually love Bertie as well, man, as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I think he's absolutely brilliant.
So for
I
seeing-
think we should forget about it now and let him run for president next.
Yeah.
Isn't that what's about to happen? Like
That's it.
He's ticking around again. Do you notice that? Like,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
kind
he
of
will
showing
be.
up. He's showing up in funeral pictures now again, and he's
Yeah.
beside Joe Biden.
Yeah, he's
and
getting degrees.
Oh, but yeah, he's kind of making a few shapes there. Like, I wonder if everyone forgot how much money I fucking squandered. You know?
Are we ready for the big section? What time are we at?
Jeez, we're.
Oh, we're not
50
doing too bad.
Yeah, we're fine.
I'm going to go straight in here with
Hit me, Ray.
one of the best bits of the show. Everybody love this now. So, the Willie, ready?
Brandon's Bits. So it is.
Now.
So there we go. That is recorded in Blue Room Studios by Luke Devani,
Luke
ladies
Devani
and gentlemen. If
singing
you
there.
want a jingle done, he's as professional as they come.
As they come.
Ooh.
That's very good.
What a fucking jingle that is. Luke Devani. If you want a jingle done, he's as professional as they come. So
Now,
there you go.
Young Brendan has had his hand up since the start of the episode. So we're
Go on.
going to go to Brendan real quick and he's going to tell us. What did you want to say, Brendan?
Well, there was one earlier on. Only one horse died, not three. Also,
Only one horse died. That's
Only
not
one
what
horse
I heard.
died at entry, not
Yeah.
three. Yeah.
but more importantly, did you hear about Larita Blewett had a chance to fly on Air Force One?
Oh yeah, she had, yeah. So Larita Blewett, who would be Edward Blewett's great grandniece.
And also of the Tommy Hector and Larice podcast.
Yeah, apparently she had a chance to come down in Air Force when he said, "Do you want to lift down to Ballina?"
I can go.
I'm heading that direction.
Where are you heading?
Yeah, like we're stop and knock, getting a helicopter, but Jack, come on. And Larita said, "No, I'm getting hair done that time." So
she wouldn't fucking.
she wouldn't go because
she was getting the hair done with Nicholas Hair Fashions, and
And
she
I-
said, "I'm not missing this thing."
I actually think that's the perfect explanation of women everywhere.
Yeah, isn't it absolutely
Yeah.
as well though?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
isn't it also just the excuse
Chance
they
of a
always use?
lifetime. I'm
Yeah.
not ready.
I'm not ready.
I'm not going out looking like this.
Absolutely unreal that she said to fucking Joe, "No, jeez, you won't catch me going
No.
out like this. Look at the state of me."
Look, I can't be seen dead in Air Force
Okay.
One looking like
oh
this.
my god, that's absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
That is unreal. Fuck me.
Brendan's bits anyway.
Brendan's
bits.
So it is.
Great, so it is. So I am.
Yeah.
Where is it now? Podcast bits. He sent it in today. People who leave parties without saying goodbye save up to 2 days per year.
That is not true.
That
How
is-
many
it's
parties are you
that
going
was a
to?
report from a study.
That cannot be 2 days a year
Yes.
you save.
Yeah. But you think of the
How
average-
are you out every night? Who the fuck is that for? Like,
That's for Stephen Rush,
two-
good friend of the podcast.
he's not out every night anymore. He's not. That's outrageous. Like, I hate the way. This is what I hate about modern media. Who fucking put that up? Give me the source.
I don't know what it is.
Give me the source,
I don't
Ray.
know what it is. It's Brendan.
It's just outrageous that people can just throw stuff out willy nilly and call it.
Yeah, there's not even a mention or a link to the report. You just sent me a screenshot.
This is what's wrong with modern media and journalism.
Can we not go on that? Can we talk
People
about
are
the
just
actual
saying,
thing?
that's not true.
It is true.
You
Think
lose
about it.
2 days from not saying.
You think about it for a second, right? Okay. So if you're at a party,
Yeah.
right, and the party, typical Irish party goes on till stupid 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because everybody's drinking till all the drink is gone. All the drink.
Yeah.
Like, they drank everything in the house.
In the world.
And they're sitting there talking stupid shite.
Yeah.
If you can get out of that house at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
You've saved yourself 5 hours. You won't be long clocking up 2 days over the course of a year.
But it says without saying goodbye. Read it out to me
It's
again.
an Irish goodbye, yeah. It's people who leave parties without saying goodbye. Save up. Oh, I'm with you. I'm wrong here.
It takes 30 seconds.
Yeah, to say goodbye to everybody.
To say goodbye to everyone.
It doesn't take 30 seconds. You know that better than anyone.
You're not saving 2 days doing that.
I think you could
I mean,
be.
you will be saving yourself a bad conversation at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're half asleep and someone says, "Who do you think could win the fight? Fucking
Yeah.
China or Triple H?"
Yeah,
and the rest of it.
what's the strongest currency? The American dollar or the US dollar?
And you're like, please let me go to sleep. I want to fucking die. One of my favourite memes in the whole world is the dog that's wrapped up in a towel. And it just says, like, when someone's chatting to you at 5 in the morning at a house party.
The last item I have
Is
a guide. Do you know how to kiss a girl?
okay.
Right?
So,
So.
it's very hush hush.
Yep.
Wait till they are very tired in the evening.
Do you want?
Okay? So, what I would say is put something on Netflix
Okay.
or let her watch The Rookie season 4.
Yeah.
Okay? And wait until she just starts drifting off to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay? No, actually, this is awful.
Awful, yeah. So
You
will I just go
definitely
and-
don't wait. If you want to kiss a girl, you ask for consent, ladies and gentlemen.
No, wait now. This
You
is
do.
an ad from back in the day, and it's about how to kiss a girl, and we'll wrap up on this.
Go on.
Okay. First of all, Kendy, see do you do these things.
Yeah.
Stand facing her.
Lovely.
It's an important thing to do.
Looking at her.
Do not tell her your intentions.
Don't say a word.
Don't tell her what's going to happen.
If she's okay,
Don't let her in on this. Do not ask permission to kiss her.
perfect.
Right? They don't want that.
No, they hate that.
Look dreamily into her eyes.
That's right.
Yeah? You may hold her right hand in your right hand if you wish.
So this.
Yeah, so the hand, you're holding the hand, right?
Yeah.
It is well to sigh a couple of times about this stage of the game.
Now.
Right? Whisper softly that her rosebud lips remind you of Cupid's bow.
No.
That's now you're holding her hand,
Okay.
you're sighing, and you're reminding her about
So
Cupid's bow.
you're going.
Yeah, Cupid's bow.
Did you ever hear Cupid's horn?
Yeah. She will probably drop her eyes and blush when you say that.
She will.
Yeah.
She might try and run out the front door.
Place the fingers of your left hand,
Up
the
the-
right hand is holding it. Place the fingers of your
Where?
under her chin
Jesus
and
Christ.
tilt back her head slightly.
And check her. Okay.
Right.
And just go, okay.
Draw her gently towards you.
Okay.
Right? That's using.
You're dragging her with 2 fingers.
Dragging her 2 fingers by the chin
Underneath the chin.
towards you, but do not hurry.
Don't
do
be
it
hurried.
slowly.
Yeah.
Gaze deeply at the love lights which slumber in her eyes.
Okay.
This is an instruction. Sigh once more. Incline your head towards hers until your lips. But wait! Right? Do not kiss her until you know that she uses Listerated Pepsum gum, the only antiseptic gum in the world that makes it safe to kiss.
Jesus Christ. What year was this brought out,
I
Ray?
think back in the 40s and the 50s.
So nowadays,
Yeah.
apparently, you have to ask for consent.
Yeah, you have to. I'm going to shift you now. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, you can't say I'm going to shift you now. How
No.
dare that is
Sorry,
so
you're right.
aggressive,
Yeah,
Ray.
Yeah, okay. Fair
Ray,
enough. Yeah.
Excuse Ray, I call you cancelled. Fucking you have to say, excuse me.
Excuse me, please.
I think it would be lovely if I could kiss you.
Yeah.
I've emailed you.
Yeah.
Could you get back to me in the next working day or two?
Right, okay.
And we can meet on a patch of your own choosing.
Yes.
And I will then approach you.
Yeah.
And I will ask you once again, okay, I'm now going to commence with the kissing. Do you think it is appropriate right now?
Sounds really
And there's
romantic.
nothing more romantic in the world, Ray. I can't wait
Yeah.
till they make films properly.
Can you-
Because I've seen too many films of fellas just going, I can't contain myself. I go, oh, I have to go.
Yeah.
Like that. And I think, oh my God, that poor girl.
There was no consent in those situations.
There hadn't been a drop of consent, man, in any film in Hollywood, man, since I can't even tell when.
Do you think consent is taking the romance out of things?
Oh, do I, Ray? I wonder.
Oh my god.
There's times Nicola will wake up and go, what are you doing to top of me, dog? Do you know?
But you know, like, I mean, you see that in the films where you'd like go for the shift, but of course you can't do that now without asking them.
No, you cannot, Ray. How dare you?
Can I go for the shift?
Could I please, if
Can
you
I
wouldn't
please?
mind,
You wouldn't
please?
mind. But it takes all the spontaneity out of it.
Check your spam just in case, because I send a lot of these out. Okay? Just check your spam.
Imagine
there's a little consent form in the spam.
An email mailing list to
Yeah.
all the girls you know.
The 100, listen, shift me yes or no, and then it's just a tick.
I had a friend that we used to go discos. I used to get the shift at the discos.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Right? Mainly because Mainly because I didn't do what another friend of mine used to do. He went round the whole nightclub.
Yeah.
And he
Ask
asked
everyone.
every single girl, "Can I kiss you?
Ask every fucking
Can
one
I
of
shift
them.
you?
Yeah,
would you
can
like
I shift
would you
you?
like to shift me?"
I mean, that takes balls, Ray.
Yeah.
Do you know? And
But
fair play to him.
his success rate was unbelievable.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
1 in every 200.
He every night we went out, that man get the shift.
Yeah, because if you ask everyone, Ray, I mean, like
He
I said,
figured it out a lot.
If you fall into a field of nettles, one of them's going to sting you.
Yeah,
like,
it's true. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah. And finally, Leo Varadkar. The reason I upset him.
Oh, yeah, I fucking completely forgot.
I was on my going away do in a pub in Dublin when I was leaving the Revenue in Dublin. I was coming down to Sligo,
Right.
and I was in the pub, and I had just bought a bottle of tequila rosé.
Right.
Which was 80 shots in the bottle of tequila rosé, and of course I had to pay for every one of them. So is any wonder why I was leaving Dublin?
That is
But
outrageous.
then Leo's Varadkar came into the pub, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's your man!" Now at this stage, he wasn't anyways a big wee. He hadn't been in power.
Right.
He was just the new face of Fine Gael.
He was.
Right? New
Yeah.
face of Whitewater. Anyway, sorry, that's an in joke. Anyway, Leo Varadkar, new face of Fine Gael. There he was, right? And he came in, big head in him, you know. And I, full of drink and tequila rosé, because I drink a lot of them myself.
Yeah.
I strolled up to him and I said, "Fair play to you, but you're nowhere near Bertie Ahern."
Oh, my God. Ray,
Yeah.
you have some balls on you too, man, to go up to political leaders.
But
to
he
say
wasn't a
something.
political leader at the time. He was just a fresh face. He was the new
And you
face
said
of Fine
you're
Gael.
no
I
Bertie
just
Ahern.
think, I said, "Jeez, you're doing fine work there now, but would you ever take a leaf out of Bertie Ahern's?
But-
he's doing such great things for the country." This was just before we all realised that Bertie Ahern might have been doing something
He might have been
bad.
embezzling. Might have been
Yeah.
embezzling
No, he
some
wasn't embezzling.
No, he wasn't.
He just
He was
didn't have a
just-
bank account.
he had
Just,
no-
will you leave him alone?
Yeah, no AIB, permanent
There's a
TSB, no
lot.
nothing.
There's a lot of small farmers these days that prefer to cash.
no.
They don't want to cash.
Cash in hand, man.
They want cash.
They want envelopes.
Yeah.
So, now what you did, Ray,
He was the first fella. Bertie Ahern was the fella that started this whole, against the
envelope.
cashless society thing.
No, and
You see all these posts on Facebook. Bertie started it.
do you know what? I'd nearly vote him back in again, Ray. That's the truth.
Well,
Just to save the birthday cards.
just to say, and the plastic bags.
Bring back the plastic bags and the birthday cards, lads.
Yeah.
Because you won't be able to put £1 into a birthday card now without the bank saying, "Oh, you want a house, do you?
Or bring-
Geez, you gave your niece 20 quid last week, man. Now you
Yeah.
want a house, is it? Yeah.
Or bring back the fucking being able to park on the street and not having to pay for it.
Now, listen, now we're talking, Ray.
Isn't
Because
that
it's an
nice?
absolute disgrace. We own this country, right? We took it back
Yeah.
off the Brits,
Yes.
handed it over to the church.
And then
The church said, "Geez, we're fair fucking this, lads. We might hand it over to a government."
literally.
Yeah. Cheers, we're not writing this country great, lads. We might hand it over to a government, and they said, "No bother at all, man. You won't be able to park in Drogheda."
Yeah.
You know, that's what
No.
they said, unless you want to pay £6 a day.
£6 a day,
And it's
right.
worse than Dublin as well. Do you ever try and park in Temple Bar, Ray?
€3.20 per 20
Jesus
minutes.
Christ above. Sligo's not too bad now. You know what I mean? But Jesus, bad places.
That's it for 199.
No wonder the nurses are gone to Australia. That's
Yeah.
all I'd say. After this episode, half of us will be going as well with the way
Yeah.
we've been talking now. That's the truth of us. Honest to God.
You're
You know-
one shoe out, one shoe in at the minute.
I know, man. I'm wearing the sliders. The weather is unbelievable in
Very
Sligo
warm
this
in
week.
here now.
Listen, we'll let you know what the crack is with the live shows, but in
Yeah.
the meantime, episode 200 is next week. And if you want to watch us sweating our beans off, it's on patreon.com/Kendy Raybo podcast, where you will get a mug, a t-shirt.
Hey, still getting the mugs and the t-shirts.
Yeah, if you sign up, Ray, we have them all sent out. We got in touch with everyone who hadn't got them yet.
Right.
And they've all been back in touch. If you
If
are
we
paying and you haven't checked your email, you can check your email. We've probably asked you for your address if you're on Patreon.
And your size.
Yeah, and your size. We've asked you, what's the size of you?
What size are you? I should have said that.
What's the size of you?
What size are you?
So we can send you a lovely t-shirt, and you can
Until
also
they run out.
watch. Yeah, until they run out. They're
And
only
then-
available until they run out.
And when they run out, they're gone.
And when they run out, we definitely don't order more.
Yeah.
We do.
We're not.
Okay. No, but we shag it, do. We
No,
want
we
people to
won't.
sign up for the fucking thing. And also, you can watch this video back, is what I was trying to say. And the reason you can watch this video back is because Brendan's flicking the keys himself
Fair
in the
play to
background.
Brendan.
Fair play to Brendan. Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.